Nina, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ahmed, I have to apologize. Okay, so let me share the screen, guys, and let's begin discussing the formal letter. Okay. Now let's try to write a letter, guys, for this prompt because I don't have to specify because I don't know yet. Okay. Now, absolutely, you have only 2 minutes to finish writing the letter. Absolutely, guys, please specify 2 minutes to revise your writing and 1 to 2 minutes to write or arrange yourself because this is extremely important. Okay. Now you live in a room in a college, which you share that room with another student. Okay. Everything is okay till now. However, holy God, there is something wrong. There are many problems with this arrangement, and you find it really hard to work. Now, I have to write a letter to the accommodation what? The accommodation officer. Do you know the officer personally, guys? No, I don't. Is the person working in an office or something in the government places? Yes. So it is formal. So I have to be polite with that person, guys. I don't have to be rude with this person. Okay, now at that college. In my letter now, I have to do what? I have to describe the situation in general. Absolutely. I don't have to talk my problems directly. Yes. Now I have to tell my problems. Then I have to say, I have to ask for another accommodation or room would be really better for me. So I have a question here in the last bullet point. Okay, so let's try, guys, just to begin writing the formal letter about this prompt. First of all, guys, you have to search for the tense. Number two, you have to decide if the letter is formal, informal, or semi-formal. Guys, the semi-formal is totally easy. If you know how to write the formal letter, the informal, it's easy for you to write the semi-formal because you only have to change few words. In the semi-formal, I'm going to tell them to you, don't worry. Okay, now absolutely at least.
Semi formal is for
Mm.
the semi formal is for who?
Is for neighbor, for your neighbor, Ahmed, uh, is maybe for your father, for your neighbor. Okay, so this is the semi-formal. You have to
Father
be
is considered as formal.
semi-formal,
Ah, okay. I
but
thought
you,
family are considered to write like a informal
to be
letter.
honest, accept the father,
Okay.
because you have to show some respect, guys. You don't have to be rude. So,
Respect father and mother.
and
Both.
yes, to be honest with mother, yes.
This is
So, yes.
discrimination, gender discrimination.
Exactly, Lina. Thank you so much. So maybe I told you, Ahmed, maybe your neighbor is trying just to annoy you in building something, or maybe throwing the garbage or something, or maybe the kids are trying to be impolite with you. If you want to send the letter for the neighbor, you don't. The letter should not be formal and should not be informal at the same time. So you have to be polite, yes. But you have to be polite, guys, in certain places. I'm going to show you absolutely. Okay, so now because this is an officer, holy God, no, it is formal. If my letter to the officer, to a teacher, to professor, to my boss at work, no, no, guys, please, it is totally formal. It is 100% formal. Okay, now let's learn, guys, the way to write the best formal letter for this prompt. Now, absolutely here, I don't have to mention any address. These are the rules. I have to stick with them. Now I have to begin writing with dear Madam answer. Guys, please, if you want to say dear Madam answer, this is formal. Now, dear Mr., dear Mrs., this is semi-formal. Dear Mr. or Mrs. So please, dear madam, dear sir, this is formal. Dear mister, dear missus, this is semi-formal. But dear friend, dear brother, dear my oldest friend, this is absolutely informal. Okay, now let's check the best way to write the three paragraphs because I have three bullet points. Sorry about the formal letter now. Guys, if you want your letter to be the best, uh, remember something. The more polite you are, the better writing or your writing will be. So please be, you have to be polite. Okay. Now, dear sir, dear madam. Why, guys, I said here, dear sir, dear madam? Because notice the name of that professor or, sorry, officer is not mentioned. Because the name is not mentioned, I have to say, dear sir, dear madam. If the name is mentioned, you have to say, dear sir. The name, if it is male, dear madam, mention the name if it is female. But here the name is not mentioned. So please, dear, you have to say, dear sir, dear madam, I don't know this person, if it is a girl, if it is a boy, I don't know him or her exactly. So this is why, because the name or the character is still ambiguous for me, I wrote, dear sir, dear madam. Okay, guys? Okay. Now, dear sir, dear madam. Now, guys, I have to explain in general the situation. Okay, now let's learn how can I explain my situation in a polite way. Okay, now I'm writing to let you know, Holy God. I'm writing to let you know. Guys, keep this in your mind all the time. I'm writing to inform you. The best expression for formal, I'm writing to inform you. I'm writing to inform you that I'm unhappy with my current living conditions. Okay, while, oh God, variety of sentences. Okay, while the accommodation itself is good, yes, okay, comma, okay, my housemate, my roommate has become present perfect. Why? Because the problems have happened to me recently in the near past, not that long past. Okay, this is why the present perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so my housemate has become intolerable, making it almost near to impossible for me to work. I hope you will consider my situation favorably. Guys, two verbs, please keep them in your mind and use them as much as you can. The first verb is inform, and the second one is consider. Guys, inform, consider is 100% formal. Notice here, consider, consideration, that is it. Consider, consideration, use them, guys. Use them as much as you can. Consider it. So notice, consider it. Consider, consideration, holy God. This is, guys, the formal. Okay, I hope that you will consider my situation favorably. I hope that you will understand my situation. Okay, so this is it. Now I have a problem with this.
Or we can say, I hope that you will take my complaint into consideration.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for taking my response into consideration. Thank you so much, Lina. Yes, this is what you have to write, guys, in the formal. Okay, so now I have a problem, but I did not specify the problem yet with that person. Okay, now let me tell you the problems. Okay, what are your problems now, dear student? Okay, let me tell you. Let me explain, please, my situation. Please let me explain my situation. Let me explain my situation if you please. Because, guys, again, you have to be the polite one. Okay, let me explain my situation, please, to you. Full stop. The trouble started, it's in the far past. Okay, about 3 months. Okay, so it's something really in the far past. Ago, keyword of the simple past. Okay, when what? When? When my roommate first moved in. Prior to that, everything was okay. Everything was okay. But my old housemate was extremely considerate. This is in the past. Okay, guys, sorry. This is in the past, and this is before, guys, the present perfect. Okay. My current housemate, okay, yes. However, comma, yes, okay. However, what? Something different here? Yes. Stays up almost all night. This is the first problem. What else? And plays music loudly. Holy God, this is the second problem that I have with that friend or with that classmate, with that housemate, with that roommate. Okay. As such a problem, okay, please tell me, comma, I have not been able, this is in the near past. After this happened. This is why I use the present perfect. Okay, I have not been able to sleep in a good way. Because of that, I cannot focus on my work or studies. So these are the two main problems that that I have, guys, with that housemate. Okay, now what do you want, dear student? Please, I want something from you. What is that? I need to ask you about another room just to live in. I cannot focus. I cannot study. Okay, now let's see the way to ask something in a polite way because it is formal. Okay, would you please here? Would you please transform me? Would you please, could you kindly transfer me or maybe my housemate to another room? Asking a question, but what in a polite way. Lina, let's imagine, or Ahmed, that you want to ask your friend. You can say immediately, hey, transfer me, not even my friend, transfer me to another room, holy God, because he's my friend. But if you want to say the same to the officer, oh, I think he will kick you out, guys, or she. Please don't do that. So you cannot ask directly, this person is not my friend. Okay, so please, could you transfer me? Or maybe my housemate to another room? But I would prefer to transfer me because I want to live with someone else who is really quieter than that person and more considerate. Holy God, this is considerate again. Considerate. Okay, of others. As long as it is quiet, yes, okay. I don't mind who I will or I live with. So guys, please notice the would you please, would you kindly, let me please explain my situation. Please take my situation into consideration. This is the best way, the best expressions that you have to use for your letter to be really formal. Okay, now guys, I need you to notice something in writing the formal. Notice that I did not use any contraction in writing. Please don't write any contraction in the formal because you will lose your marks. This is number one. Number two, try to use the most formal expressions you can, just again, to be that polite person. Okay, finished? You want to skip a line? Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for taking my request into your consideration. Ah, holy God, I am polite now. This is the closing statement. Now, how can I sign off here? Yours faithfully. Best wishes. Sincerely. Okay, now the name. So guys, notice that the structure, everything is the same except for the expressions. Notice I did not say anything funny. I did not say any joke, for example. No, I am polite. I have a certain problem, but I have to know how to ask about this problem. And this is the best way, guys, to write the formal. So please, you have to keep it in your mind all the time while writing your formal letter. Okay. Now, absolutely, the tips here are the same of the informal. I don't have to be off. Read the bullet points, guys, carefully. Answer them carefully. This is the first piece of advice that you have to keep it in your mind. The variety of vocab is extremely important. try to use, try not to repeat the same vocab, because again, repetition is the worst thing you can do in writing and in speaking. Your grammar is really important. Using the correct tenses, guys, are really important. You don't have to do that. And absolutely, my structure should be perfect, because this is the first step the examiner is going to look at. Guys, I need to show you the formal expressions again, because you have to keep them in your mind. Yeah, so these are the vocab that I want to use. Okay, grammar. So now that is simple past. Something happened before has come. This thing happened before this thing. So this is the correct using of verbs and tenses. Adverbs and adjectives, you are not that bad to explain, thanks God. Propositions, absolutely. Okay, okay. Okay, this is paragraph one, paragraph two, and this is the last one. Okay, guys, I need to show you something again in the writing the letter informal. First of all, keep in mind the formal expressions. If you want to greet that person, you have to say, as I told you, dear sir, madam. If the name is not mentioned, mention the name after them. If the name is mentioned, absolutely male or female. Now, the reason I'm writing to inform you, let me please explain my situation. Would you kindly, could you please, would you please, thank you for taking my request into your consideration. Yours faithfully, sincerely, best wishes, and your name. This is the outline that you have to keep it in your mind while writing the formal, because this is the best way, guys, to do to again to get the highest mark that you want. This is it, guys. But something I need to tell you again, which is, if you want, guys, most of the formal letters absolutely about problems or mistakes. In the first bullet point, you have to talk in general. You have to be, you cannot, or you don't have to go into details. After that, you have to be more specific and explain the problems. Don't talk about the problems, the mistakes, the wrong things in the first bullet point. Please, you have to do that in the second one. So I think this is it. Yes. Okay. Okay, this is it, guys. Don't forget again, you have to be polite, because this is the secret of writing the formal. And you cannot absolutely write here, see you again, if you want to sign off, because the officer is not your friend. Or let me see, or please write for me, because you will be rude, I think. So yours faithfully, best wishes, best regards, sincerely are the best, guys. Signs you can write here, because again, you have to be the polite one. Okay, three paragraphs, because I have three bullet points. Okay, so these are the formal expressions again. If you want to pause the video and to take a look at them, yes, I think this is it, guys. This is the end of the formal. It's not easy. It's not very hard. It's really easy, because you have only just to be polite and to change the expressions. Please don't use contractions. Please don't be silly. Don't be funny. Don't use any funny expressions, or don't say any joke, because, guys, this is totally wrong. Now, if you want to ask me, guys, about the semi-formal, guys, the semi-formal, there is only one difference, to be honest. Let me open the I think the semi-formal is, give me a minute to search about it. Okay, that's it, semi-formal. Okay. Only one thing, guys, okay, that's it, that's it. The semi-formal, you can say hello, how are you? So I can say that in the semi-formal, but absolutely I cannot say that in the formal. Notice that the closing statements approximately the same, and dear, maybe sir or madam, the same, and absolutely you have to be polite. But the only difference is you can greet that person by say hello, how are you? I hope that you're great. I hope that you're fine, because maybe the addressee is your neighbor. Because absolutely you don't have to be that enemy to that neighbor. So you can say again hello, and you can say how are you. The next page here I have some things I need you to keep it in your mind. Okay, if you want to tell your neighbor about something about you, you can do that. Notice here that if you want to say, for example, since November I haven't maybe seen you because I was really busy. You can say that because guys, again, the neighbor is not your enemy. These are guys some expressions. Please let me know as I told you. You can use for the semi-formal, but it's not that, again, it's not that different from the formal, except for these tiny things you can use. Since November, I have not seen you. Hello, I hope that you're fine. Okay, so now let me read this letter, guys, just to show you the difference. I'm writing to inform you that I will not be able to continue with your computer science course at the community college. In November, I was promoted from warehouse technician to staff manager. So notice that you are telling something about you to your neighbor, for example. You can do that. I have been working increasingly long hours in my full-time job. Absolutely, you cannot say that to your boss, for example, or to your teacher, while also allowing me to realize my true patience in the technology field. So notice only few things, guys, you have to mention. You can again, the difference only, guys, in greeting, to be honest. You can say hello, you can say how are you, and you can tell the addressee something about you in the beginning of the first bullet point. Except for the rest of the form of the writing or of the letter should be formal, absolutely. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is only the difference in the semi-formal. Guys, to be honest, only 10% you will be asked to write the semi-formal because it's not that familiar. The most important ones are the formal or informal because if you want to ask me why, because guys, there is not that big difference between the semi-formal and formal except for I told you the greeting. That's it. So you can do this if you want. You can say hello, how are you, and then complete the letter to be formal. So in this way, your writing will be absolutely great, and you can say something in one sentence about you. Sorry for not maybe sorry for being busy lately because maybe I'm busy these days. You can say such a thing in one sentence or two sentences, absolutely in the first bullet point, because you are talking in general. Then please, you have to be polite. You have to write formally. This is it, guys. This is the only difference. Polite is the secret in writing the semi-formal and formal. And I think that you are now ready just to write the formal because, guys, it's not that hard. And thank you for writing the informal because I think now you're ready just to write the formal. Uh, I think I'm going to send now two homework for you. One, Lena, I think you have to write now to write three homework, two essays and one letter. Do you think that you can do that, or maybe it's a
Yes,
little hard?
yes, I will do that. I need to practice.
Yes, you have to. Yes,
One
I
time
think.
I didn't try it, that's why I need to practice a lot.
Lena, I'm expecting to write the perfect essay tomorrow about the COVID-19.
I will try my best.
Don't forget to mention the problem, the solution in the
Okay.
thesis. Write about the problem in the first introduction, in the first paragraph, in the body, and write the solution in the second one.
Okay.
Don't forget to write a strong reason, follow the reason by a certain example, and I'm sure that you will write the best essay that you will be able just to write.
So thanks God, tomorrow is off, so I can study.
Me too. I think thanks God because tomorrow is off. Lina, Ahmed, if you want, we can meet tomorrow for 3 hours if you're free. I don't know if you're free.
I don't mind.
So I think tomorrow is going to be the biggest day because we have to check all your writing, guys.
Okay.
We still have time. We can practice more. And if you want me to practice a sort of module for you guys, listening, reading, or if you want to practice speaking, I'm here, as I told you, till the day of your exam.
I suggest if we practice speaking one day before the exam, if Ahmed doesn't mind.
Yes, we need to practice speaking and maybe some reading.
Maybe some reading, is it?
Okay.
Lina, I think you're right. Before your exam, we have to practice at least one module for both of you. And I'm thinking to practice a certain reading module with you because I think till now you have not practiced the two words form in reading. If we have enough time, we have to practice that module, guys.
Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow is 9. Guys, let's specify the whole tomorrow for writing.
Yes.
Yes, if you want to write more, I have, guys, to be honest, I have amazing topics for writing. If you want to write an essay, I can send them for you if you want to practice writing. Because, guys, these topics are the most familiar ones, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
mind.
Okay, okay. Any question, Lina, Ahmed?
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
Let me thank you so much, guys, and I hope, please, guys, I have to tell you something about the IELTS. Guys, believe me, the good teacher is from the good student. If you want to be good, I will be good. But if you maybe if you are not able to be that good, guys, I will be disappointed because I can see myself, I can consider myself as a successful teacher if my students are really successful. Please, guys, don't forget that.
Thank you for your effort.
Thank you so much,
But it's
Dina.
really a hard, difficult exam because the time is the big problem.
Don't forget, Lina, this is an international exam. So
Yes.
I think it's something normal, guys, just to be that hard. The problem, Lina, the problem of the GRE exam, which is about math, and even the IELTS. Lina, I've been trying before just to apply for the GRE exam. It's about math. The problem of this exam, they were trying to examine us from grade 5 till now. Why, guys? Because, guys, this is general exam. This is because they need to check your overall knowledge about the material.
Oh my God, I forgot everything.
Okay. Yes, to be honest, I hate math, but what should we do?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. So I think because tomorrow you are off, please practice more, write more, and let's meet and let's check your writing. And God bless you. Good luck for you guys.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much. Have a nice night.
Good night.